All right, last stop around the league, Shane. Let's kick it all day to Fayetteville, where old Sam Pittman recapped the second scrimmage there of training camp, and it sounds like the offense, after the first scrimmage, not really showing their head coach what he wanted to see, kind of responded this week, and he was asked quite a few questions. The big topic there, KJ Jefferson, how's he looking? Let's kick it over to Sam Pittman.
Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, Coach, just overall thoughts on how things went today, offense, defense.
Special teams.
I thought it was very physical scrimmage. Last week, Trey, I believe that our defense lasted, if that is how you call it, they outlasted the offense, I believe, last week, and I don't believe that this week. I think the offense, in the second half, I think the offense came back and did some really nice things. It was a pretty even scrimmage. Maybe the defense had gotten the better of the offense a little bit early in the first half, and I believe the offense responded, which I didn't feel like they did last week. Special teams, I thought we were good. We have to get better kicking field goals. We weren't quite as good today with our field goal game as what we have been in the past.
And what about KJ's performance and any notes?
I like KJ. You know, it's so hard, when the whistle's so fast on him. But I believe, he didn't take a lot of sacks. He ran the offense well. I felt like he was accurate today. So I think he's starting to feel like, he's the man back there, and our offense is and our team is rallying around him. But I thought he had a good day. Throwing and running the offense. Thought he was accurate.
So you mentioned the real stuff, so that's the one versus ones. What did you see when KJ and the ones were up against the ones?
Well, you look at it, and I felt like our defense was ready to go. I'm not saying our offense down. I can't remember exactly, but I think they may have three and out of the offense the very first time they went out there. Then I think the offense may have gotten a first down and then stalled in the second one. And then in situation football, the offense played well. When you're talking about red area, low red, get the ball back, those situations, I felt like the offense played well.
All right, Shane, it's interesting because so much. Hey, I'm firmly in the KJ Jefferson bandwagon, but people upset about him showing up a little overweight and all this.
Yeah.
And there's buzz about neighbors looking. Hey, I've never busted a man for being overweight. Trust me on that one. You know what I mean?
Wait till I go to video, boys and girls.
But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? The fact that, again, going back to what I said earlier, I think this is kind of what you want, where maybe if the defense wins the day one scrimmage, the offense wins it the next. I think you only really got a problem on your hands if one side of the ball is just dominating the entire camp.
Golly, I don't think so. I mean, Sam loves every damn guy on that, and that I think he loves everybody in Arkansas. That's just who he is. And KJ, we've been talking him up since he was recruited to Arkansas, man, 3 years ago. And was it 3 years ago? And then let's see. Was it 3 years? Yeah, because Coach Morris tried to put him in that one time. We got frustrated. He didn't start him. Was he a true freshman or was he a redshirt?
I think he was a true freshman back in.
Yeah. I mean, I've been wanting this kid to be good the entire time. Now, I am a little – I know I joke about the weight thing, but I am a little worried if he did come into camp because that makes me feel like he's unprepared. And I'm not saying that's the case here. Mm-hmm. You listen to Coach Pittman talk, you listen to Coach Briles talk, they're all pumped up about what they got with KJ. But, I look at a quarterback that wasn't supposed to start his first year. The second year, they bring in Felipe. So obviously not going to start that season. This was his baby. I don't know. I'm hoping that he took it serious in the offseason because there's going to be a lot asked from him, especially right out of the gate, man, when these guys start playing.
Mm-hmm. And one guy that we don't get a ton of clips from him because he's just a coordinator now, but Barry Odom spoke to the media this week as well. So I wanted to play these clips on why Arkansas is going to be a much better team this year, why the depth is really helping his side of the ball. And I know for a fact, and this was great. We'll throw up Sam Pittman's tweet here, but Barry Odom had opportunities to leave. He could be Texas's defensive coordinator right now. He could be LSU's defensive coordinator right now, but he's back at Arkansas for year 2 to work for Sam Pittman. Let's kick it over to him.
Sorry to take you back to last year too, but overall thoughts from defense from last year. You set the template for a couple of teams, and then there's a couple of games that you didn't finish very well. What did you think last year overall?
Well, I thought that there were times that we did some really good things defensively. There are also times that we were, I didn't do a good enough job on getting us in position to win the close game. We really, there's 3 games that will forever stick out in not being able to finish those games when we had an opportunity to do it. So that's growing in how you coach, how you teach, how you learn, and then how you ultimately go execute. So, those things are teachable moments, and we try to continue to move the bar forward. And those are situations that you can spend time in the off season. There's always a reason why, and so you try to get those answers and then put them into play.
And just real quick, the year 2 under Sam, how are y'all better, and why are y'all better this year?
I think we're better because we've got a wonderful head coach that lays out a plan for us to go execute. And there's not any gray area on what it should look like, what it should be. He's a tremendous leader. He cares so much for our student athletes, and we're able to grow and be ourselves in this program. And our kids understand the openness, the honesty, and the transparency that he has, and ultimately what is important to our team and our program on how to go play. And our guys have bought into that. They're hungry to be good, and they're hungry to have success. We're excited about 16 days out on having an opportunity to go kick it off.
You didn't have to be here this year. You chose to be here this year. You could have been somewhere else. Just your thoughts about what's happening and why you're here.
Well, number one, I'm thankful to be here and blessed to be here. This is a wonderful place. I couldn't think of a better person to work for than Sam Pittman and Hunter Yurachek. And I understand how special Arkansas is, and I understand what the Razorback brand means, and it means something to me and my family. And we've started building something, in my opinion, that's very, very special. And I'm thankful that I've got another chance to be around this team and these young men and represent this great state.
All right, Shade. So, hey, you can tell in his voice. I know Barry Odom in his heart's a Mizzou guy. We all know that. Played for Mizzou, coached for Mizzou, played for Gary Pinkel. I'm sure he's got a lot of love for that university in his heart, but they let him go, and he's got a lot of love in his heart for Sam Pittman, man. And I think he knew that leaving there would have left Sam Pittman in a tough spot.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That just shows you what they're building up there. If your coaches are buying in, because coaches can say whatever they want when they're on the recruiting trail, but when it comes down to signing that name and getting that paycheck, a lot of times they're bouncing and they're looking for the next best thing. And the fact that he didn't, I think that speaks volumes to what Coach Pittman's doing.
All right, Shane. Hey, my camera battery is flashing at me. I think it's about to die, so I think we're going to have to wrap this one up. But I do appreciate you hopping on the line. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. And if you made it this far, please, please, please give us that 5-star written review on the Apple Podcasts app and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really do appreciate each and every one of those.
All right. See you guys. Go Vols.